Alright. Hi, everybody. You didn't hear that. Welcome to the world according to Mom. In case you did, Mom welcomes you too. This book has 3 stories. It was really enjoyable. But the problem with this book is that the story itself all just blends together. I found that with my last review. I was like, I don't know, this number, that number. Well, I'll be able to tell you the general gist of this story in the future, but this whole storyline of Leviathan has kind of all blended together. And will be remembered best for who Leviathan is, I guarantee. And at the beginning, you can look, I was like, oh, it's Dr. Manhattan, it's this, it's that. Now I'm in the same boat. It's a guy with a mask. I don't know who it could be. Maybe Superboy Prime. But I did love in this book they brought back Jimmy Olsen. One of the classic DC books of the late 60s, early 70s was Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. And to see that, I know a lot of people say that the comic book industry is going down, but regardless, to see that they're bringing back Jimmy Olsen in these times really brightens my heart. It makes me feel awesome. Jimmy Olsen is the story we all needed, but we didn't know we needed. That's my view on that. That we're letting Maya get the phone. That Jimmy Olsen is the story we all needed, but we didn't know we needed. It kind of reminded me of this book. My auntie got this for me. I might do a review of it. But long story short, the rest of Leviathan should have felt more like that. More like the Jimmy Olsen goofball. But then we slip into how the DEO has been destroyed and Supergirl is doing whatever. I mean, really in a few years, if they're right, and it does all end up getting relaunched, Supergirl's always the first to go. Think about it. Power Girl was a key in Infinite Crisis. The very first Crisis Supergirl died in. I did a video on who's dead and who's not in Crisis. But point being, Supergirl has always been a key component to DC, basically. And if they are truly going to reboot it, you Supergirl fans should buckle off. You're always sitting in the back of the bus. Nobody notifies you guys. But the bus gonna keep on rolling. And Adam's driving, man. From The Simpsons. That's the crazy driver. So, anyway, like I said in the first overview of this storyline, that it was nice to see characters like Director Bones, Manhunter, and all the others again. And that's partially the reason why I'm giving this its own review, because the cover gave me hope. I mean, you don't get to see the other Justice League members too much in this, but you do get to see Batman. You do get to see Wonder Woman. And the bomb is attached to his chest. Yeah, that happens. All of that happens. And, you know, I love that. The cover actually happens. It doesn't do a Jimmy Olsen must die, where it's been, God, has it been 10 years already? But anyway, it's been a long time since Countdown, and Jimmy Olsen still hasn't died. So, it's refreshing to see that Talia al Ghul actually has this happen in the actual book. That, you know, she attaches a bomb to Superman. Anyway, I would have liked it more classic feel, but in the long run, it was a good book. I don't know if I'll be picking up the Jimmy Olsen series that I just found out it's coming out. But what I can guarantee is that this will be getting a reread eventually. Even if it's somewhere years down the line. And I don't do that real often. But I am anxious to see who Leviathan ends up being. Fingers crossed it's Superboy Prime. I will be doing a video on this in the near future. I will be doing a video from the comic book store. Bucky, this is what I was going to shout you out on. My friend Bucky. If you all haven't checked him out yet, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, I'll definitely do that next time. You can ignore that other part. But, yeah. This, I hope, is a good book. And let me know if you want me to review this classic comic book. And until then, bob out, I guess. because you don't find out who Leviathan is in this still.